Start your day with stories that make a difference. Join Samm Marshall on the Social Impact Show. Weekdays 9 to 12 on 919 FM.
So apart from it being World Teachers' Day yesterday, there was another monumentous thing that happened in the city of Cape Town at the Sea Point Promenade, and it came alive with South Africa. Get this, South Africa's largest World Animal Day gathering, right? More than 1,000 people, 20 welfare organizations, and 4 major brands, that's Mars, Pick n Pay, Take a Lot, and Pet Express, joined forces to advance pet well-being under Mars's theme of a better world for pets mission. Joining me now on the line, still probably reeling from all the excitement and engagement from what was a great day, if you look at the pictures, is Suraya Hamdulay, who is the Corporate Affairs Director for Mars Southern Africa, to unpack what this milestone event means for South Africa's pet and pet parents. Suraya, good morning and thanks for joining me.
Good morning, Sam. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so you were surrounded by pets and their parents yesterday. I would assume, Suraya, you're also a pet parent.
Unfortunately not, Sam. I would love to tell you that I am. I live in a block of flats where pets are not welcome.
But we both love pets. I have the same situation
Absolutely.
as you. I
love pets.
In my next life, I'm going to have a farm with 1,000 dogs on it.
Yeah, I'm really fortunate. We have pet-friendly offices in Johannesburg, so I get an opportunity to engage with lots of pets. Our associates bring their pets to the office, so I'm never without.
There's never a dull moment. There's never a dull moment. What was yesterday like? So tell me a little bit leading up to yesterday. What was the aim? I mean, from a retailer perspective, you couldn't have asked for bigger partners. I mean, to come on board, to join on this mission. But you've got a mission, a better world for pets. What was that about, and what was it like yesterday?
So, Sam, our mission is to create a better world for pets, and it's about really bringing together all of Mars' capability. So not only are we one of the world's biggest pet food manufacturers, we have a lot of capability around pet nutrition, veterinary care, research and development, around how we create a world where pets can really thrive, and wanting to create this better world for pets, bringing together data, science, the care and empathy we have for our pets, education and awareness, and bringing it all together so that we can create a world where pets can really thrive and be the center of our homes and can thrive in society in general.
So I don't know, maybe there's 1 or 2 people, Suraya, that have never been to that part of the world, but you could not ask for a better location. I mean, that Sea Point Promenade area with, if you consider, on the one side you've got the mountain, on the other side you've got the sea, you've got all that natural air, that natural energy, you've got all these people coming together. Talk to me about the physical event. What was that like?
The physical event was amazing. I think the beauty of choosing that location is in the Western Cape. Sea Point Promenade is the place where community gathers to exercise, to walk their dogs, and on a daily basis it is so vibrant and exciting. And having the World Animal Day celebration on the Sea Point Promenade, I don't think we could have asked for a better location. It was just a natural location where people converge, Cape Townians converge with their pets, and it was amazing. We were blessed with wonderful weather, and it was vibey and exciting. Some of the programs included yoga for dogs. We had a dog show where the mayor, Gordon Hill Lewis, and J.P. Smith were some of the judges. Getting all the doggies to parade around, and just celebrating how people take care of their pets, and engaging with the members of the public. It was a fantastic day, all round.
And what I love about this event, Suraya, it's really a classic example of kind of corporate social investment in action for me, right? In the ways Mars structured the collaboration to make sure that it wasn't just about sponsorship, it wasn't just talking about brand, but it was really about shared value for communities and pets. I love that.
Absolutely. And I think what made this different, Sam, this year was off the back of our success last year, some of our customers, like Take a Lot, Mr. D, Pick and Pay, approached us and said to us that they would love to join. They really see the value in our mission of creating a better world for pets. What we bring to the table is our expertise and around our purpose of advancing pet well-being. What they bring to the table is reach, millions of customers, and we really wanted to combine both the reach and the data science expertise together to really 10x this event, and that's exactly what we were able to achieve.
Talk to me a little bit about, I mean, if you look at kind of the rand and cents of it, right? How does the Better World for Pets kind of fit into the Mars Southern Africa's overall ESG strategy? Especially if you consider or you're looking at social impact and animal welfare as part of building sustainable communities.
So, creating a better world for pets. So, let me give you some context about what we do as Mars. So, Mars has a very big pet care category where we import and distribute pet food throughout South Africa. So it's pet food, it's food. In South Africa and Cape Town specifically, we own the Royco factory. So we are engaged in the manufacture and sale of food. And then lastly, we are very big globally in terms of our confectionery. So when we look at the three different categories, we've got very specific missions around those categories in terms of how we want to create shared value. From a food perspective, it's kind of a no-brainer around our social outreach.
Yeah.
Here we partner with ShopRite. They've got a massive soup kitchen program that runs throughout the country, and we are engaged in supporting ShopRite through that. We have our own Mars volunteer programs where we do our own community outreach, and we create platforms for our employees to give back, to volunteer their time, and to look at very specific community needs. So around Mandela Day, World Earth Day, we are engaged in creating opportunities for our associates to go out and do good in communities. Around creating a better world for pets, what we do specifically in South Africa through the import and sale of our pet food is we want to do more than just selling pet food. We really wanted to look at the South African ecosystem and say, what else can we do? So celebrating World Animal Day gives us the platform to engage with local government, the NGO community, the welfare community, and this year for the first time bringing our retail partners on board around a similar mission and purpose, and that is how do we make sure that we're creating an opportunity for pets, increasing education and awareness around how to take care of pets in the best way possible.
Yeah, and I think it's such a clever way if you think of the long-term impact of events like this and the way you as leadership think about it. It really is, if you really think about it, it's building social capital with your partners in not just in a fun way, but in a measurable way. Because through those partnerships, as you've already talked about what you've done with ShopRite, I think of, for example, things that where you guys have donated pet food, where you've supported sterilization campaigns, where you have emphasized education and awareness. And I think what Mars has done very, very well for people that don't know, as and this is, I think, where the kind of the taste is in the pudding, is the way you've balanced the inputs with behavioral change. And I think that is quite interesting for me to watch a program as a social impact journalist, to watch a program that has carefully looked at what does balance look like between inputs and how do we then extrapolate that into behavioral change in the same program. And I think that's very clever.
So what we've done really well, Sam, is we base a lot of our work and interventions around real data. So last year Mars conducted the Global State of Pet Homelessness report, and South Africa was one of our focus areas, including Mexico and India. And what we found, Sam, was that more than 5 million cats and dogs are homeless in South Africa. And that was real deep insight for us, and it allowed us to look at the entire ecosystem and say, if we've got 5 million homeless cats and dogs, that is a crisis, to be honest. How do we structure our interventions and programs in a way that promotes sterilization? And as you know, we've done fantastic work on the Cape Flats through our partnership with Pause a While around sterilizations, and especially in underserved communities and overlooked communities where poverty is high, unemployment is high, and then as a result, there's just not enough to go around for pets. So it's the sterilization, it is the promotion of adoption of cats and dogs, and it's about rethinking how we rehome abandoned pets and pets out of shelters to give them a better life, as opposed to going out and buying new little puppies and kittens.
Yeah.
So we're thinking about that in a very holistic way. We're saying we've got a crisis. How do we structure the program in a way that helps bring down those numbers, but also coupled with education and awareness, and then support, for example, in underserved communities, we've got to also donate pet food to make sure that we bring it all together. We have a vet on site. We are doing the sterilizations, we're doing the education and awareness, but we don't leave families empty-handed. We're making sure that we're also giving them some pet food to get them on their wellness journey.
Yeah, and I would encourage our listeners, especially if this is your beat, if you like things to do with animals, go onto the Mars websites, go and take a look at some of their corporate social responsibility initiatives that they put together. I think the other thing that you've also done very well, Suraya, as somebody obviously who gets the content, who sits on the mailing lists, who looks at the work of not just the work that you guys do, but guys like Four Paws, Mzananda Clinic, and all the other guys, their partnerships with UWC and all of that kind of stuff, nutrition, Pet Nutrition Hill, and the work that they do, and all of that kind of stuff. I think what I also really appreciate about the work is that you've drawn this very direct line between pet well-being, overlaps with human well-being, and that if you understand that direct line, it's mental health, safety, livelihoods, and how that ties into strengthening community resilience. I like the fact that you've been able to draw that line so directly for us.
Absolutely, Sam. I mean, for us, it is the health of a community is reflected in the health of pets. And we know that if we're not going to make an intervention at both ends, and if we really don't understand deeply where society is and where communities are, we're really not going to succeed in our programs. So we are very thoughtful about our approach to ensuring that healthy communities, healthy pets, that it's inseparable, that the one cannot exist and thrive in the way we'd like to see it if the other one is in distress.
Yeah. Suraya, really appreciate your time. Also, by the way, you guys make a mean chocolate on the side note. Really like that too. And thank you for talking to us and sharing with us this amazing event that happened in Cape Town. I'm sure if you want to be part of the next one, at what point does it travel? Is it going to travel around the country, or have you selected Cape Town as the home for this event?
So Sam, we would absolutely love to expand this to Gauteng. We have been thinking about it and trying to design a program that makes sense in Gauteng in the way that it does in Cape Town. For now, it is only Cape Town, but we hope that, through our media engagements and telling more people about it, that there's potentially more interest on bringing it home to Gauteng as well.
Perfect. And when you bring it to Johannesburg, please get the Paw Patrol guys to perform on stage.
We'll definitely do that.
Thank you. That's Suraya Hamdulay talking to us about, she's the Corporate Affairs Director for Mars Southern Africa, talking to us about, I don't know if, was this on your radar, by the way? Yesterday, South Africa's largest World Animal Day gathering happened. Thousands of people came together on the promenade. I know it was World Teachers Day. It was the day after the Bach performance. I know there's so much going on. But was this on your radar? You can go to their website if you want to find out more about the work that they do. They worked with guys like Pick and Pay, Take a Lot, and Pet Express, and they all came together. And the theme was a better world for pets. That's the mission. So it was a pet-friendly festival. You know, whenever I think of these things, I think similar to the Cat Hotel that was launched here in Johannesburg. It was about, what, a month, 2-3 months ago? There was a cat hotel that was launched in Johannesburg. So you kind of love these initiatives. You got to love the people that think about pets, right? If you're a pet parent, is this something that you think about? What kind of work are you doing? Are you part of this community? Also, by the way, so if you don't know this, there are communities, right? There are large communities. There are people that do this week in, week out. This past weekend, I went to an event at St. John's. I went to the the Johannesburg Garden Association of South Africa. They launched a new book. We're going to have this conversation tomorrow. I understood there was a garden society. I just didn't know how cool it was. So we're going to have that conversation tomorrow. But if you are a pet parent, go and check out the Mars website. Go and see all the work that they do. And go and find out more about South Africa's largest World Animal Day gathering. It's going to benefit you and your community.